if you were to do the Splinter Twin, with threats like DRC and Ragavan in the deck, that would be pretty brutal because you don't need the Splinter Twin to win.
Yeah, and you wouldn't need Murktide. While it's an amazing win condition, it's still slower than
Splinter Twin.
But all right, we'll focus on the match.
Yep.
Sees Damien fetching down to 15 going down to 15 on turn 1.
3 lands, 2 prismatic endings, a march, and what's the bottom card? Opt. Bobble. I don't think Damien drew for his bobble. Or did he draw on did he do it before TJ drew?
I didn't see.
I thought he did it on upkeep, so I wasn't sure if he drew on his turn, but I love how the decks are splashing triumphs to make their prismatic ending mana better.
Yep. Yeah, which Triumph is that?
I believe that's the Jeskai Triumph.
Gotcha.
Rogren.
So TJ has access to red and green in addition to white blue, so we can go all the way up to 4. 4 different colors for Converge. Well, that doesn't matter in this matchup, but Iteration. 2 threats and a land. Okay, doesn't need the land. He's going to take all the threats he can get. Shock in a Blood Crypt.
And play a DRC. TJ drawing another land. And Damien, so Damien taking all the threats he can, running out the DRC, knowing that it's going to draw the other prismatic ending out of hand. But I think TJ still has a march too, right?
I think so. And a verdict.
Ooh.
Might have another ending.
That's a rough lineup there for Damien. Dashing into Ragavan.
Hey, Dash Ragavan gets around verdict.
And it gets around that the prismatic ending.
Right, not the march though.
No. But I can't, did he take, I think he took march. I thought he took ending, but it looks like it was the march turn 1 off of the Thoughtseize.
Oh, yeah.
I thought yeah. Four mana open for TJ. Dash and Ragavan. TJ taking 2, exile and a solitude. Damien with 2 treasures.
Not quite enough mana to try to cast that solitude himself.
Almost. 1 off. Oh, Archmage's Charm for TJ. Think he steals Ragavan? That would be nuts.
Well, actually, if you steal a Dash Ragavan, it goes back to Damien's hand.
Oh, it does because it was dashed. Okay. TJ just not caring.
Well, it just doesn't have a way to do anything about it, I don't think.
I mean, he could have countered it.
Could have countered, yeah, but
think he's just going to scry here with Castle Vantris.
He might just fire off the Archmage Charm to draw some cards. Or he might... He's at 13, so taking the shadow doesn't do much for him. It'll kill it if he wanted. Charm. Draw 2.
I mean, he has Prismatic in hand, so he's not worried about that shadow.
Right. Counterspell was the draw step, I think.
Yep. Dash and Ragavan trying to.
Yeah, this Ragavan's been relentless this game.
Damien's just on the 2 damage per turn beatdown plan.
Yep. Making a lot of treasures. There's not a lot of spells I don't think Damien can really, just like Opt or maybe a Spreading Seas. If TJ has it, that would be like okay hits for Damien. But other than that, there's not a whole lot. TJ is going to do something about it this time, though.
I mean, it's, Ragavan has missed every time for Damien, but, it's only a matter of time before it hits TJ's deck if it keeps getting in there and hits something relevant like a Teferi or, you know what I mean?
Yeah, casting like a Baby Tef or even trying to cast a Big Tef would be a pretty big deal.
Counterspell for the Drown and Lock.
Yeah, Damien does not want to snap to resolve.
He has another Ragavan in hand.
Making TJ spend 2 extra mana there was pretty relevant because he doesn't have enough mana to just cast this March.
So I think he targeted Opt, and now he's Unholy Heating.
Yeah, TJ just has to do Opt, and he was hoping to be able to chump or trade with the Rag, but
Damien casting the Opt.
oh no, Damien hit an Opt off of
Right, but there was an Opt in the graveyard already
yeah,
under the Prismatic. I think that's what TJ targeted for that last mana.
I think so too. He has until end of turn to cast it.
Ragavan back to hand. 1 mana, 1 treasure for Damien, and TJ casting the Opt. So we know TJ has Verdict still. Question is he going to have to fire it off here to get rid of that Death Shadow?
Baby Tef.
Baby Tef will just bounce it. That's a better answer. Although it still just dies to the Ragavan, but that's a Ragavan not hitting your face and not exiling a card possible casting.
Yes. Looks like TJ's got Deluge, Land, Verdict.
Oh, he did not bounce it yet.
He's just plussing. Oh, he's gonna go for plus and Verdict on Damien's turn if he dashes.
Play to land.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, this is gonna be
the
brutal Verdict. It's gonna take care of Shadow and Ragavan if Damien. I don't know.
Looks like Damien has 3 Ragavans in hand.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
so Damien's
geez.
just doing this anyways. It doesn't really matter.
Yep.
Send the Shadow with the Baby Tef.
Bad news, Damien. Bad news.
Instant speed Verdict is really tough.
Hi, my name is Baby Tef. I'm going to bend the rules of Magic. I can now play all of my sorceries at instant speed, and you can no longer play at instant speed.
Yeah. Absolutely brutal.
Iteration.
Ooh, is that Croxa? Or no? Bobble. Well, you put DRC in hand and put the Bobble in exile.
So I'm going to cast the DRC with the last treasure. Bobble trigger. Nicely sequenced.
Upkeep, bobble you.
Archmage's Charm in hand.
Oh, Charm is so brutal when a DRC is out. Okay, he's just gonna bounce the DRC.
TJ is starting to, I feel like the verdict and now bouncing, it's kind of locking Damien out a little bit. Oh, he just discards the charm, knows what's coming.
Yeah, it's the only target for that Inquisition, but Damien has Thoughtseize now too. Wow.
That has got to eat the Solitude here, right?
Yeah, but
Well, because any creature he plays, if he dashes Ragavan here,
it's gonna die to Solitude. But
W's can just hit 2.
Huh?
Draw 2 white cards. Like it could hit a Solitude and another white card, exile it.
yeah, well.
So is Damien, did he go face here? Or are we still before declared attacker? Like, well, he declared attacker. He tapped it. He dashed it.
Looks like it's getting at Teferi.
Yep. I would say that's what they just signaled to us by doing that. I'm kind of surprised. I was thinking, and maybe I'm wrong, but I was thinking what Damien should have done is go face Odawara.
Oh, okay.
What I was thinking was Damien should have gone face and then get the treasure and then play the DRC off of the treasure to build the board possibly a little bit more.
Gotcha.
Did he just plus that all the way to 5? I thought it was at 2.
2 or what?
Am I wrong, chat? I think it was on 2.
There.
Okay.
I think he just should be on 3. Yeah, they're getting it. I think it was literally just the wrong side of the dice type thing. Damien's dashed a Ragavan dang near every turn of the game. Ooh, Snapcaster. That's a pretty good hit.
Casting it.
Cast that and probably get a
Another Thoughtseize or
say like a
Inquisition.
Thoughtseize, or you could try to Unholy Heat that to Fairy. Damn, pushed War of the Spark Walkers. How's Teferi not banned yet? It's got a +3.
Yeah, I think he's doing the...
Going for Unholy Heat on it.
Yep.
It's pretty good. TJ's
going to get to dig 7 here.
I was going to say, is that 7 with 2 mana up?
Yep.
Someone do the Hyper Geo, and if he hits Counterspell real quick.
Counterspell? I mean, just grab another T3 and just let it die and play it next turn.
Yeah, either one.
This has been one heck of a battle.
Yeah, I mean, this Ragavan is persistent. Seems like TJ's like hanging in there, or hanging on to the lead, but
I think TJ did exactly what I just said. He grabbed a T3.
yeah. Oh, get another Tef and bounce the snap back to his own hand. Yeah, that would be pretty brutal. But yeah, it seems like TJ's like hanging on and in the lead. Oh, big Tef. But Damien's just like able to get some value from these rags and the hand disruption and
Oh, geez, that's a snap in hand. That is a snap counterspell. Oof. Untap 2 lands.
Yep.
See, Damien's got a Ragavan still. He's just hanging on.
Guess what's happening next?
Unholy Heat. Oh, wow. But there's Counterspell. He's dashing first. I got to think both of these are going face here, but he's definitely snapping.
I think he has a march too, so he might just be marching here. Maybe he's gonna go for the snap.
The interesting thing about Shadow and the Control matchup is usually like Control feels like, hey, I got to find a way to win. I got to find a way to win at some point. You know,
Yeah.
it's one thing to lock it out, but I do eventually have to win the game. Just a couple of cracks. I mean, Damien's at 6.
Yeah, just like he doesn't have a Colonnade or anything, right? I don't know if they still play Colonnade or if it's Hall of the Storm Giants, but
Drown in the Lock. That Zach 4131 says Lurrus would be so good in the Shadow deck.
yeah, I don't know why he's not running Lurrus. 1 Colonnade, 1 Hall of the Storm Giants. Okay. Yeah, just like 1 hit from a Storm Giants would just like close this game out, or a couple hits from a Colonnade.
March getting Ragavan.
Block the Snapcaster. They both go to the graveyard. Go to TJ's graveyard. TJ gets a big untap with a big Teferi in play. And
Upkeep Scry.
yeah, upkeep Scry with Vantress.
And I saw an opt go to the bottom, and then the top deck was a Charm.
Charm and Solitude in TJ's hand. I do not think Damien has a chance to win this game now.
No.
Wandering Emperor can also close the game out really quick. Try it Unholy Heat again. Damien has 2nd Unholy Heat, actually.
And the other, Ragavan and Dress Down are the other 2 cards.
Yeah, you could try to dress down the Solitude.
Surveil to land away.
Mystic Gate. Right, that is a Mystic Gate. I was like, can't tap planes, but yeah. That's a huge deal if Damien's able to get that big Teferi off the board for Damien. Pass the turn. March DRC. TJ still has a Solitude in hand.
Yep. Damien has a Ragavan and a Dress Down in hand. TJ has a Solitude. And hey, that's
pretty good.
Yeah.
Swamp.
I think you just
Send it at TJ. Unholy God Machine. Thanks for the follow.
Yep. Gotta believe Solitude's gonna.
Yeah, Damien can dress down here. I think he has to.
Can't.
Oh, he can't, obviously.
He just showed TJ and goes, ugh.
Yeah. Cast it. Post combat's draw a card. Damien gained 2.
Yep. Gain 2 off the Solitude. Now taking 3 down to 5, and TJ starts gaining life. That, I believe, and is that a castle?
Bounce his own Solitude back to hand. And a ending in hand. Oh, yeah, and TJ just played a Hall, so TJ just gets to untap.
Yep. Untap, Ward 4. Good luck.
How did who flash with Tef? TJ, the player that controls Tef, can cast as much as he wants.
Yeah. Damien did not flash anything in. He played his Dress Down after just to draw cards.
Second main phase.
Just
cycle it. All right, game 1 goes to TJ. Okay. Turn 1 bobble. Did he? Who did he look at with that bobble?
I thought he looked at TJ.
Normally, if you have fetch, you look at your own card and you can decide if you want to shuffle it away or not.
Right.
Yeah, Counterspell, Archmage Charm, and Deluge, and March being instant speed. It's just such a strong like suite of spells that just hold up an instant speed every turn. Like,
And your instant speed planeswalker that also is removal.
and, yeah, and Wonder like. Okay, Damien Shocks done 15 and Inquisition.
There's the wonder.
So he can only hit Opt and March. He's gonna hit March. Damien's hand, or sorry, TJ's hand is Opt, Wonder, and 3 other lands, I think. Now he's gonna cycle this Opt.
Damien has an EE in hand.
EE. That's
Yeah.
kind of interesting.
I'm not sure.
He brought an EE.
Is it? I'm just trying to think of why. It's not like he would have boarded that in, right? What would he be boarding? What would he be trying to hit with that?
Yeah, it could be like a hate piece, like Rest in Peace or something like that. But other than that, it's gonna be like on 0 for Hall or the Wanderer tokens. But I mean, you could cast it on 3 for like Baby Tough and stuff. But that just, it doesn't seem great. But it could be a situation where he has enough cards he feels like he wants to take out that he just thinks he's better. But oh yeah, it can't hit lands, non-lands. Never mind. Damien cast a 1/1 Shadow. Yeah, if it could just EE on 0, blew up creature lands, that would be pretty brutal.
We're gonna errata it and make it able to do that.
Yeah.
EE, blow up your
Brazen Borrower too.
activated lands. Only activated lands though, not all lands. Just man lands.
Yeah, because it says non-land permanent, so it would literally just be permanent. No, I thought it was. Yeah, I forgot it's not like creatures or something. It's like it says non-land permanent. TJ.
Verdict to deal with that Death Shadow. Probably, not the Damien plays a land and says go.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I think he's on Spell Pierce, EE, and something else. Another Spell Pierce, I think. You know what Spell Pierce doesn't hit? Doesn't counter? I think his other card is Drown.
Yep, it is.
But do you know what Spell Pierce doesn't counter?
Planeswalkers?
Solitude.
Solitude.
Spell Pierce can counter.
It's non-creature, right?
Yeah, it's just non-creature.
I thought you were getting into it was instant and sorcery or something, and I was like, wait a minute.
Flusterstorm's instant sorcery. But TJ's playing around 1 Spell Pierce, but Damien's got 2 of them.
Paying for it. Number 2. I just heard TJ's response. I can't repeat it on stream. It was definitely in jest, though. It was a sarcastic.
TJ just played Wandering Emperor. I'll pull it up. Wandering Emperor, 2 white, flash. Legendary Planeswalker, flash. As long as Wandering Emperor enters the battlefield this turn, you may activate her loyalty abilities anytime you could cast an instant. Put a +1 counter up to 1 target creature against first strike. It's end of turn. -1 create a 2/2 white samurai creature token with vigilance. -2 exile target tapped creature. You gain 2 life. Card is disgusting. Oh, there's a Turok.
And he's kicking it with Drown Mana up.
Okay.
Does TJ have the double counter spell?
He does. And Damien is done.
Yep, Damien says, I have EE, good game.
Gross.